as everybody knows, we're going to revel in this for a minute. Let's do some sound check levels here. So, when you were a kid in the 1980s, if you downloaded a game and you saw this picture pop up, you knew you were about to play an awesome game. This is the Eagle Soft Incorporated logo. You can see it says right there, Eagle Soft Incorporated, or ESI. And you got that sweet picture of an eagle holding on to a floppy disk. Man, when you saw this, you knew you were getting quality. They did not have bad cracks. They did not have bad releases. And a lot of their stuff, they cracked the bigger, like, multi-disc style games. So when you got, California Games, My California Games was cracked by Eaglesoft. This is obviously Eaglesoft. Man, that brings back memories just seeing that picture. So, excuse me. It's sinus season here in Oklahoma. Sinus drainage season. Good times. So directly to the left of this screen, I have a complete walkthrough of this game. I tried playing this again last week on the Apple II, and I stumbled around for an hour. I didn't feel like I was getting anywhere. I didn't feel like I knew what was going on. I knew what was going on. It was just like randomly walking into rooms and picking things up and not really moving anything forward. So, yes, Jazu is right that the beginning of this game, the characters that you choose affects how the game ends. If you can hear all that stuff, that is all the stuff I've piled on top of my joystick. There are multiple characters here, and let's see. Joystick port 1. That's interesting. There are all these different people here, but one of them is Dave, and that is Sandy's boyfriend. Sandy has been kidnapped, and so he is a required player. But you have to choose 2 more people from this selection here. So you have a musician, Sid. You have Michael, the photographer. You have Wendy. She's the writer. You have Bernard. It says, now you got to watch it because there's a second thing. So it says he's the president of the physics club and winner of the College's Geek Award. And he is definitely one I didn't notice that their faces change when you click on them too. Like, watch when I click on Bernard there. This is the girl, the punk singer. Her face, maybe Bernard's the only one that changed. That's weird. And then this is the Jeff, the surfer. No, his face changed too. I'm sure this guy was named after Jeff Spicoli. If you have a surfer named Jeff, that's what I would guess. But so the the help file that I have over here, it tells you could choose any of the characters, but the one that I had done was Bernard. And then I think Michael helped out. So we will choose those 2. Because I know there's a part with photography if you have Michael, and he's the only one that can do the photography part, I think. So we're going to play the game tonight with Dave, and then Bernard, and Michael. So once we've got our characters, we hit start. It's going to load. Adam, you could try to post a link, but I don't know if it'll go through. I don't think Twitch lets the links go through. Let's check our levels here. Yeah, that's what I was afraid would happen. So, here on Maniac Mansion, you've got these opening credits here, which is, this was a very cinematic style game. It's presented like a movie. So I played this as a kid. There's a chainsaw there. Now it's funny that the blood coming out of the chainsaw was purple. Well, Adam, I'm going to be reviewing this week on Sprite Castle, and so I will add those, or you know what, I can add the links to the YouTube thing as well. So here we go with our first disc swap. So we've got to go to drive 8, put in the second disc and flip the disc over. A lot of games on the Commodore 64 that we think of as being double-sided weren't really double-sided. They were 2 floppy disks. So you had to put in, you had to swap back and forth, like Archon Ultra. Well, that was a DOS game, but yeah, lots of games like Bard's Tale and stuff, you actually flip discs back and forth. But this one was flippable, and they actually did have data on both sides. So these are our friends here. And this could be real dangerous. We don't know. If anyone wants to back out. Okay, I'm out of here. Bernard, don't be such a tuna head. If you've never looked at the documentation of this game, there's all kinds of funny little things. And then there's a virtual bulletin board from the college, and it has all kinds of things hanging on there. And there's lots of in-jokes, but there's lots of background information for all the characters as well. $800. Good gravy. $800 better come with a piece of the real meteor. So if you've never played this game, and you did not see the Apple II stream, I will tell you there's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a million things I can tell. There are literally, when people say there are books of information, there are literally books about this game. There's a lot of information out there about this game. But this game runs on what is called the SCUM engine, SCUMM. And, something's popping up in this window. But anyway, so what, so Lucasfilm Games, which of course became LucasArts, had made other games before, but they hadn't published their own games. They had made some games, and they made like Ball Blazers. They had a publishing deal with Atari, so they were making games and publishing them through Atari, but they decided that they wanted to publish their own games, and this is the first game that they published themselves. So to aid in the creation of this game, they made their own scripting language, and they named it the Script Creation Utility for Maniac Mansion, or SCUM. Oh, is it loud? Yeah. Let me drop that just a little bit. There we go. So, the SCUM engine was the engine that Lucasfilm or Lucas Games, LucasArts used for many other games. But as the story goes, and I'll get into all this on the podcast, but as the story goes, the inspiration for this was King's Quest. But the one thing that the original programmers hated about King's Quest was that you had to look at the screen, and then you had to look down at your keyboard, and you had to type things, and then you had to look at the screen, and then you had to look back down at the keyboard. And they said it just took out of the immersion of playing the game. So their idea. By the way, one of the things I found out is that if you wait, I think 2 minutes or 5 minutes, it might just be 2 minutes, the game automatically pauses, which is what has just happened because I've been talking so long. But yeah, see the snail there. But we should go over. So let's, so they didn't want people to have to talk or to type while they were doing it. So, what we can do is go hit, well, I guess we have to, are we automatically, let's select a kid. Oh, see, it says right there, game paused. Press space to continue. So we'll press space there and unpause. We will select one of the kids because, let me go back over to my thing. It says you don't want to start with, you don't want Dave. You want one of the other characters. So we're going to switch to Bernard. And just to show you how this engine works, we're going to go read this sign here. Maybe we're not. Yeah, we are. Well, we can't read it from there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Warning, trespassers will be horribly mutilated. Now, one of the things you can do in this game, because everything is done through this cursor, through this screen, the interaction here. So, if you don't know what something is, you could go to what is and literally drag it around the screen and just kind of see if anything pops up, like, see, sign pops up, so we can tell that that's something to interact with. And you can change verbs, so you can say, like, what is sign? So we've built this sentence, and then when you hit the button, it's like, enter. So you can change the verb, like we can change to walk to sign, which we've already done, but we don't want to do that. We want to get out of here. Because we know where the mansion is. Now, this is, for all, I would say this is better than the Apple II version in every way except for one, and that is that there is that loading time between each one. But I can also tell you that, see how the screen scrolls? And the Apple version did not do that. There were multiple screens. It just flipped in between these screens. So actually, I figured this out on my own. If you've ever watched any movie or grew up in the 80s, you know where the key is hidden to this door. But if we'll just go through the motions here, and if we do open the door here, it'll say, try to open it. You get the snail means it's loading, and it says the door is locked. So you could spend a lot of time searching around for the key. But if we pick up the doormat, and if we watch on the right-hand side, you see the doormat peels back, and then there's something there underneath. And if you didn't, for some reason, know what that was, again, we can do what is, and we can go all around, and it says, oh, what is a key? But there's also a doormat. There's the front door, so you can kind of get an idea of what you can interact with on any given game by doing that. So we want to open, close, read, walk, pick up. The key. Pretty simple. Let's see. Okay, so it says, okay, we got to go inside the door, which we knew how to do. All right, so now we have to unlock. Now, and there's an argument to be made whether or not this interface... now, everything that we're carrying is down here. This is our inventory, and there is no inventory limit. You can carry... One character can carry everything in the whole game that you find. Here we go. And it automatically switches to walk to, so let's head on in. There are 3 ways to die in this game. I've done them all. Yeah. Lucas was pretty much against killing characters. They didn't want to do that, but they did sneak a few in. I know that the Nintendo version, there's a lot of stuff that has been censored out of that version. So now the first thing I learned, and we learned this the hard way in the last game, is if you go in here and you go into the kitchen, you'll get kidnapped and you're going to lose one of your 3 people. So this walkthrough says once we've gone inside, we want to move to the right gargoyle on the stairs banister and push it. So let's go over here. No, don't go upstairs. No, don't walk over there. Walk right here. There you go. Move over here just a little bit there, Bernie. And we're going to push gargoyle. And you see that door on the right just open. Now, we don't want to do anything yet. We're going to hang out right here. And now we're going to switch to Dave. So let's pick a new kid. We're going to get a cutscene real quick. Well, my dear, I hope you're having fun. This is Fred, the evil scientist. I know Aaron, amigo Aaron, is a big fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I always imagine this to be similar to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You've got the kids, the normal kids, and you've got it says Dave and his friends will rescue me. I don't know if it's loading or if I'm just waiting here. You and your meteor can eat slime. Then he says, that's what she thinks. And breaks the little fourth wall there. But yeah, I always thought of this as, because you got people. Oh, there's poor Sandy. Help, help. And then they're going to this castle that's on the hill, and there's an evil scientist, a mad scientist inside. So I know there's a lot of movies like that, but that was kind of my point of reference as a kid. So now we're going back and we're switching to Dave. And I know there are some puzzles where you have to work in tandem, like you have to have one person do something and one person do something else. But I think they expanded on that more in later games. Okay, so now we are Dave. Have Dave enter the mansion. We can do that. And go into the door that was just opened. So let's go do that. One thing we found in the Apple II version, which also applies to this version, is there are a lot of dark rooms inside the mansion. And you really have to use that what is and float around until you find the light switch, which is very annoying. I mean, I don't feel like that adds to the gameplay at all, making me do basically a hide and seek kind of thing to find the right thing to click on. For those of you that have played this, I'm curious to find out, as kids, I'm curious to find out how far you got without help or cheat codes or anything, because I'm going to tell you, I didn't get very far. I got the tentacle food. I didn't get him a drink. I got one guy captured. I found the cassette tape, but didn't get it to do anything yet. So, I got some stuff, but it wasn't clicking together for me. There's a lot of these games. Okay, so we're in the dark here, and then let's see, we've got to proceed down to the basement, turn on the light switch. All right, so let's find the light switch. Nuclear reactor. Stairs. Furnace. Nuclear reactor. Like, this part of the game is not fun for me. Is it? I mean, I'm all the way at the top. Come on. Maybe it's down here towards the bottom. Oh, there it is. Right there. See? Light switch. So now we've got to go over here and we'll change that to turn on. There we go. But yeah, there's so many rooms like that in this game where you've got to just randomly find stuff. So we've obviously found this nuclear reactor. It says walk left past the reactor and pick up the silver key. There's also a lot of places that need keys. So it's not just don't get excited if you find a key because there's a lot of locked doors and you got to find the right locked door that goes with the right key. All right. We're over here. Okay, there's a key there. So let's pick up. Oh, sorry, I'm a pixel off here. Okay, so now we have the silver key. Go back upstairs and quickly switch to Bernard. Oh, I walked behind the reactor. I don't know if you can use keyboard things. I do know that on the Commodore version, you could switch between characters by using the function keys. I think F1. Oh boy. F1, F3 goes to Bernard. The problem is that I hit F1 on my walkthrough. Okay. Front door mailbox. Leave the mansion and go left and put Bernard by the mailbox. Okay, we could do that. See this, like, how would you figure this out? How would you know you're supposed to do that? And the mailbox, I think, is over here. Okay. So we're going to leave him here. It says, later in the game, you will hear the doorbell and see a cutscene of Weird Ed leaving his room. At that time, switch to Bernard and pick up the package before Ed gets to the door. You don't have to wait for the cutscene, just keep on playing, but as soon as you hear the doorbell, switch and pick up the package. Okay, so let's go back to Dave. All right, so now we're back to Dave. Edna is in the kitchen at the start of the game. You can either wait for her to leave or have her chase you. She only chases you out of the room. It is quicker to have her chase you since she goes away immediately after that. Save your game before attempting this. Enter the door to the kitchen, which I know where that is. That's on the other side over here. Keep moving right until the nurse starts to chase you. Immediately turn around and move left out of the kitchen. Don't get caught. If successful, you should appear near the front door and Edna will be gone. If you fail, you will end up in the dungeon. Now go back into the kitchen. Edna will be gone and pick up the flashlight. Okay, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. Let's how do I save the game? That's got to be a S or a Control S or something like that. But you know what I could do is, because I'm playing in a WinVice, I can just do a snapshot image, I think. You know what I'll do is I'm going to, before I save it, because we'd have to redo all this, let's open this door. And then we will save snapshot. Call it number 1. All right. So let's find where the doorway, because that's what I'm going to have to click on in a hurry to get out of here. Okay, F2 for say. Okay, so there's the doorway. Is she already gone? It looks like she's already gone. I wasted so much time that she's already gone. All right, well, there's a chainsaw. Oh, there's a flashlight. Okay. Pick up. Flashlight. That seems like it'll be useful. Okay. Open the refrigerator and pick up the can of Pepsi. I wonder if that was a sponsorship deal. All I wanted was a Pepsi. And I'm not crazy. You're the one that's crazy. All right, there's an open refrigerator. See, that's another problem with these type of games. Like, I'm standing in front of things, so I can't see what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's see, what do we got here? Broken bottle. Broken bottles of ketchup. Lettuce. Cheese. Old batteries. Oh, that's got to be the Pepsi right there. Can of Pepsi. All right. I guess we don't need all that other stuff, or if we do, we don't need it yet. But that's interesting. Okay. So we'll get the can of Pepsi. Now, go into the room to your right. Go through the dining room. Okay, well, we can't. We got to go click on all these things. Let's hit O. No. There may be shortcuts, but I don't know what they are. Open. Uh-oh. Cutscene. I wonder if now if I'm supposed to... I didn't hear a doorbell yet. Let's switch over to Bernard and see if there's a package there. Grab the cheese. Okay, I will. I don't want to open the flag. Well, I don't see a package here yet. Let's go back to what we were doing. Is it later? Okay. All right, let's go. We'll get the cheese. Mo Larry the cheese. Mo Larry the cheese. Uh-oh. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh. That, uh-oh. Huh. Too bad you weren't on my side. So does the silver key get me out of here? Because if not, I'm afraid I might have screwed up. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right, so let's do this. There were games later. I'm trying to think of other games, and you guys that play, especially strategy games, could probably come up with some. But there were games where you had to control different people to do different things at the like you had to go to one person and have them stand on something, which would open a door for the other person to be able to go. And I think even like in Castles of Dr. Creep, there was some two-player stuff like that. But this was one of the first ones where I remember as one person, and you were doing both of that. Yeah. Yeah, to kind of just emphasize the fact that you were, but you're not multitasking. You're multi-threading, right? like you're not technically doing two different things at the same time. You're just, splitting your time up between people. Okay, so let's. All right. Well, it makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. So does that open the other door? Uh-oh. There's a brick. Well, where, pray tell, is that? All right. Oh, candle holders. Barred window. Okay, let's go over here. Yeah, I hate that. I don't see anything that gives away what brick it is, and that's certainly annoying. Like skeleton, outer door, bottom padlock. Is there really a brick in here to press, or are you just laughing while I'm doing this? Oh, loose brick. Where is it? All right, it's right there. Right under. It doesn't seem to let me do that, though. Maybe pull it? Aha. So I think before I ever played Maniac Mansion, I played Labyrinth. And I played Labyrinth because oh, I heard it. Maybe you have to be faster than that? Or maybe it's unlocked. I don't know. Let's try it again here. All right. Here we go. Well, now I can't even find the... Dave push, swap character, they go in. Oh, I see. Well, I don't think I... Do I need... Yeah, I do need Dave. All right, let's go. Who do we got? We got this guy out here that's just standing by the gargoyle. Aha. I see what you're saying now. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, this is kind of convoluted to be able to do this. Where are you? No. I can tell you that as a child, I would have given up on this game a zillion times. I mean, I heard the door open. Oh, you know, well... This door opened with the chandelier, right? I mean, not the chandelier, with the gargoyle. Maybe I can't go back in there now? Yeah. And then I've got the other guy waiting by there. All right. Well, let's... Can I give an item from one person to another? Yeah, I can. Okay, so I could keep collecting items with this guy and then give them to Dave later. So, okay. Let's see. Where is... Oh, we need to go back to the kitchen. Might as well go get the cheese for Mo and Larry. Yeah, that's my problem, Aaron, is that once you've beaten it, you understand why you're doing certain things in certain orders, but if you haven't done that, then it's just like why would you need the cheese versus the other stuff? I mean, I know that eventually the game would probably, you'll find out why. Okay. Okay, now go into the room on your right, go through the dining room and enter the next room, the pantry. Oh, so we may be screwed since I'm switching people. Yeah, mouse controls would have been nice. There's very, very few things on the Commodore that have mouse control just because it wasn't that widely accepted. And of course, there's two different mice on the Commodore. There's the first one, which was terrible. It just basically was emulating a joystick, and the second one was okay, but you know, people used it for Geos. That's about it. Okay. Go to the dining room, the next room, the pantry, pick up the fruit drinks and the glass jar. And I do know what the glass jar is for. I don't see why it would hurt to not pick up everything you could pick up, but what else do we have in here? Goods. You know what I just thought about? All right. Hold on. This is going to take us back a minute. I have our snapshot. And I don't think that really puts us too far back. Just got to get to the right. Hey, here we go. This is going to be a lot easier. Now, and we determined that we know that she's not in here. Now, there was a cutscene, so I had to get out of this room. I think okay. So let's pick up the flashlight. Let's go over here. Oops. Open fridge. Pick up Pepsi. Pick up the cheese. Yeah, this is going to be so much easier. Now we're right back to where we need to be, right? So open this door and go in. Now let's do another save state. All right. And I saved it again while it was loading. All right. So, yeah, this is right where we need to be. So, let's go through the dining room. We'll go to the pantry. We need the fruit and the glass jars. I can't imagine. I just literally can't imagine. You know, like I played text adventures, early text adventures, and some of them were the logic in them was so ridiculous that I don't think you would figure them out in a million years, you know? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Like, I'm just so impressed by people that were able to get far in these games and figure out, uh-oh. Gee, I'm hungry. Oh. So he's headed to the kitchen. But does he come to the dining room? I guess we'll find out. Okay. So we'll stay out of the kitchen for a minute. I hope whatever he wants is in the pantry. I want to see what this box is up here. Oh, just a tentacle chow. I'm guessing that's a red herring because that's not what the tentacle wants. Here's a door. Pick up the fruit in the glass jar. Now go back through the dining room, past the kitchen, and into the main hall. But we're not doing that right now, right? Because that guy is going to get me. Oh. Maybe this is a cutscene when he goes back to his room with food or something. Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum. Where's the cheese? Uh-oh. All right. Oh, no. I mean, I just feel like, you know, from the old school adventure, like, I just feel like you should pick up every single thing, even if it's useless. Oh, the bottle of developer. Oh, no. I know I needed that for the photography guy. Oh, no. Okay. All right. See, that's the kind of stuff that makes you mad, where you'd have to you have to save at every room. Like, actually, you know what I could do? Doop. My brain was just not built to beat these kind of games. All right. Here we are on the run. We're trying to get away before that guy gets hungry. Oh, okay. It's supposed to break. Open. Yeah, they probably, oh, hey, Steve. Yeah, they probably, you know, counted on you sold the game and then you could sell a few phone calls to the old tip line, you know. All right, so let's pick. Oh, okay, here goes the guy. So we're okay right now. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, pick up. So we know we need this. And we know we need this. And I forgot what those things in the middle were. Canned goods. Well, it says that. That's all I need for right now. Pick up the fruit drinks in the glass jar. Now go back through the dining room, past the kitchen, and into the main hall, into the large room with the stairs. Okay, so we will go back out there as soon as this guy is done checking the fridge. Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum. Where's the cheese? All right. Walk to. So, Labyrinth was based on the movie Labyrinth, and it also used the Scum engine. And I played that a lot. I played Labyrinth an awful lot. And it was, similar to this game. There was a lot of pixel hunting. There was a lot of puzzles that didn't quite make sense. But the thing about that game for me was that I had seen the movie. I'd seen the movie a bunch of times. And so I knew in general what I was supposed to be doing, like where I was supposed to be going, the overall plot of the movie. All right, just because I'm getting paranoid now. Okay, we're saving our snapshot there. I think we're going to go till about 8:30. That'll give us an hour and a half in Maniac Mansion, and we'll have it saved. And then later on in another, probably a non-Wednesday stream, we will continue on and continue to work through the game. But we've got about a little over 20 minutes left. Okay, let's see. We'll go back through the dining room, enter the pantry, get the fruit, go back to the dining room, and we'll go back to the main hall. So we're going out and then move all the way right and open the furthest door in the living room. Okay, can do that. They were so proud of their little interface here. You have to open every door. You have to click walk to after every command so that you can go back here. I do know from the research that I was doing for the podcast that it is very possible to get this game in unwinnable situations. I guess they call that a soft block. But that's pretty easy to do in this game, to get it in the game in a unwinnable state. It said that there weren't very many beta testers, and so that was one of the problems that this first Scum VM game had. All right, we're going here. Okay, go to the right, move right through the room, go past the radio and the chandelier and go into the next room, the library. Okay, so I did this on the last stream. I don't think I ever beat Labyrinth. I would like to, just because I like that movie so much. There are parts of that movie that I still quote today. That's those kind of movies that mold your childhood. You know, you see them as a teen, and Steel Rat and I used to always, every time we would see it, they would say, I'd see him and he'd say hello, and then I'd say, "Did you say hello?" And he'd say, "No, I said hello, but that's close enough." Oh, me, now I'm just a worm. All right, so now we get to do this. Oh, the lamp's right next to my head. Turn on lamp. Okay, let's see. We go here, we turn on the lamp, go to the far right of the bookcase and open the loose panel. Okay, so we actually found this on our own last time. I was pretty proud of myself. What is... Oh, we're not there. I don't walk over far enough. Really? Yeah, contact juggling was cool with those little crystal balls, and I always wanted to learn how to do that. I never tried it. So we've got the loose panel. Well, I agree with you, Adam. This would be so much nicer with a mouse. All right, we got the cassette. Go back to the main hall and climb the stairs. When I was a kid, my grandma bought me a book on regular juggling. And it was a book on juggling, and it came with 3 bean bags. And bean bags are the second best thing to learn how to juggle with because they don't roll away. So if you're trying to learn how to juggle with fruit or something like that, or rubber balls, every time you drop them, they roll away and you have to chase them. So beanbags are really nice, but a easier way to learn how to juggle is with scarves because when you throw them into the air, they float down very, very, very slowly. That's exactly what it was, the Klutz book. And so instead of holding your hands like this to juggle, you hold them like this, and you learn the pattern, and do that. So I was a pretty good juggler in my younger days. But like many things, just you get older and the juggling goes away, and then the looks, and then it's just all downhill. Okay, now we're going to the art room, and this is what I read, one of the rooms that was censored in the Nintendo version. You will see that there's some brief nudity in this room. It's not, I mean, as mild as you could get. It's a sculpture. It's supposed to be like the Venus de Milo? Is that what it's called? Okay, go in the art room. Pick up the paint remover and the bowl of wax fruit. Okay, so let's see. Pick up paint remover. Now, does anybody know what I see some references to the deluxe version. But I don't know what the difference is between the regular and the deluxe version. It says if you're playing the deluxe version, pick up the paintbrush. Now, I don't know if this is the deluxe version, but I see the paintbrush, so I'm going to get it. What's the harm? What's the harm? There could be, if this is a modern game, there would be a little sub-game here where you could paint a picture for points or something. Okay, exit, go through the steel security door. Oh, that makes sense. All right, let's save where we're at here. There's not another door out of here, is there? No. Go through the steel security door. Which one is that? Yeah, I did just save. That's a good idea. Okay, hold on. Go in the room, get the wax fruit, blah, blah. Exit, go through the steel security door. Is that on the bottom level? That's not the steel security door. And after the steel security door, it says go all the way to the right and up the stairs. Oh, yeah. So we're going to the tentacle. So let's see. That's not this door. It's not this door. It's got to be back upstairs, right? Okay, so it's not, over at the left was the art room, right? All right, let's go in here. Okay, here's the art room. That's what they censored That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Me no like it cutscene. Daddy's been acting very strangely ever since this secret project in the lab. Yeah, so? Well, Mommy, I'm worried about him. He hasn't been at dinner for 5 years. Wow. Yeah, so? And he's been bringing those bodies down into the basement late at night. What's your point, Ed? I'm a very busy lady. Never mind. Oh, that's a fun little cutscene to give us a little piece of the story. I enjoy that. It kind of does make it movie-like. All right, but we're on a mission. We're on a mission from God. Okay. I had a relative pass away last week who lived in Chicago, older uncle. And so I've been on the phone with family members all from Chicago. And so it's fun to hear that accent. Ah, there's the old tentacle. All right, so now let's see here. There's the tentacle given the bowl of wax fruit. So just so as we, I guess there's no talk to really, but let's try to go over here. Okay. There's walk to, but not talk to. So let's give, but he says he's hungry. So we'll give him. And how do I scroll my list of inventory? Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Buck, what's up, man? Down arrow? Oh, there's literally a down arrow. Cheese, glass jar, fruit drinks, paint remover, bowl of wax fruit. Here we go. Give it to... It's so ridiculous. Who else would I give it to? Wow, my favorite. That's what I wanted. Now I'm thirsty. And, okay, so now... go up the stairs. Oh, and give him the fruit drinks. Okay. Give. Fruit drinks. To tentacle. There he goes. Okay. Go up the stairs and enter the first door. Now we're going to save this. Tentacle, you'll have your day. Get it? Day of the Tentacle. Okay. Give him the bowl of wax fruit. Go up the stairs, enter the first door, pick up the dime, and climb the ladder to the left. Okay, so let's open here. Let's go in here. This is for I never got past the tentacle when I was playing the other day. Let's see. There's a dropping dimes. Boy, you gotta be right on that. That's cool. I should. Wanted for terrible acts of violence. One murderous purple slimy meteor. If found, call 1138. Well, there's a fun Lucasfilm joke. I'm sure you guys, Star Wars fans, recognize 1138. THX 1138. 1138 is also one of the guards. 1138, why aren't you at your station? Oh. Not to be confused with TK421. TK421, do you copy? I've seen Star Wars one too many times. Okay, we climb the ladder up to the left, up to the green tentacles room, pick up the record and the yellow key. Wow-wee, look at that speaker. Yeah, look at that cool poster. We are looking for a record and a yellow key. Disco sucks. Oh, I'm so depressed. I'm never going to get my band started. My life is going nowhere. I'm never going to amount to anything. Eating all that food didn't even help. So, there we go. Now there's another a secret. Like, now he's depressed. That's probably going to be another task for us. Let's see, there's a Mondo stereo, dude. There's a bed. There's the record. I haven't seen a key yet, though. Let's go over here. He's hiding over here. As far as the room goes. Oh, there it is. God. They just hide stuff in every room. Every pixel. Doesn't look yellow to me, but okay. Okay, so now we got the record and the yellow. Now go back into the hall, skip the next two doors and go to the fourth. All right. That is a Mondo stereo. I'll give him that. For something that doesn't appear to have ears. Okay. A lot of walking. All right. Aha, so that's Edna's and Nurse Edna's. Or Ed's and Nurse Edna's. See, that's, I guess, something you would just find out the hard way. Open here. Okay, use the Hunkomatic machine. Then it says in early versions of the game you had to use it 3 times. Look at all this fun stuff in here. Let's see what this is. What are these? Surplus body parts. There's a Playboy calendar. I'm guessing that's probably something that got removed from Nintendo. There's a sarcophagus. Probably shouldn't open that. There's the Hunkomatic machine. And there's a poster with some, alright, let's go use the Hunkomatic machine. I feel much stronger now. Okay. But there's so much in this game, I'm always afraid to try something on my own. It feels like every time I try something that I get killed. Okay. He says, I've had enough. All right. I just want to look and see what's over here. It's a funny poster. There's a bathroom. Again, you know what? Let me just save this. Oh! It's the doorbell. Okay, so doorbell. We're going to switch guys and go look for our package. Now, I don't know what to do when I get the package. Do I need to move that guy so he doesn't get caught somewhere? So get him away from the mailbox, like get him to the right of the house. Yeah. That seems like a good idea. You know, there was a very early text adventure that I had. It was Rambo. It was from Microprose. And, come on, Bernard, you nerd. Oh, maybe I could hide up there, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to another screen. I'm getting on a bus and going to Tallahassee. Oh, look. Someone playing tricks on me, eh? Did I get far enough away? I hope I did. Okay. That's fine. You can wait there. Okay, let's go back to old Dave. Okay. Now we're going to the music room. Oh, I wanted to go look in this bathroom. There's a broken mirror. Cracked mirror. Pull chain lid. I feel like I shouldn't waste too much time. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, oh, what's in this curtain? Oh, boy. Ah! Mommy. Okay. All right, we're going to finish this next room, and then we're going to call it for round 1 of Maniac Mansion. And then later in the week, we may hop back on and continue this madness. It should be called Madness Mansion. Okay, we're going to go down to the 2nd floor. One thing I used to be better at when I was younger that I think I've gotten worse at is remembering where things are in virtual games. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so this is... Am I on the... Like, I can't remember if I'm on the 3rd floor or the 4th floor. Like, is this the art room? Over this way? Or is it... No, it's down. I need to go down one more, right? Yeah. I get lost, not in real life, but I get lost in games more than I used to. Yeah, this seems, this seems right. Hubba hubba. Look at that nudity. I'm going to get blocked on Twitch. All right, let's see. Okay, so we are now on the 2nd floor of the main hall where the art room is, and the security door into the room to the far right, which is the music room. I don't know if I've been here on this version, but the other day when I was playing it, I do remember the music room. Oh yeah, the music room's where the loose panel was, right? I think. Maybe not. No, that was the library. I do remember the music room because there was a record player. I remember that from the Apple II playthrough. So now I have a record. Okay, so we're going to use the cassette tape and the tape recorder and then use the record on the record player. Okay, so let's use... cassette tape. This makes so much more sense now. And cassette recorder. Okay, and now we're going to use record on the record player. Turn on the cassette recorder. Oh, jeez. I guess I have to turn on the record player too. Okay, that was... All right. So what just happened is that recording of that note broke the vase that was on the piano. Of course, you couldn't see it because it happened off screen. Oh, no. It was right there. It was right there. Okay, so we have that recording. And now we need to get the cassette tape and exit the room. So that's where we're going to call it for part 1 of Maniac Mansion. I gotta say, I don't think I would have got this far in 10 years. I just don't. I don't think I would have ever got this far in this game. So we've got everybody alive. We're going to save our final snapshot here. And I think that is gonna do it for tonight's